team with that drone in hand.
I think a ban like that really favors OpTic Gaming, and they get rid of trophy systems at the end. But if I'm Orbit, you need to slow down OpTic somehow. Stuns are a great tool to use that, but they decide to get rid of that, and OpTic responds by getting rid of flashes. So no real reason to run Tac Mask here. But now we're moving on to the specialist draft. Let's see what these guys are going to pick.
Yeah.
Scump, very good with kinetic armor. We saw a touch of it in the S&D, basically bought himself full streaks with them. So that is obviously terrifying to go up against. Very used that. Pac-Man, though, picking the Psychosis. We saw earlier he pulled out the overdrive, and he was doing that in hardpoint. So you saw that was the first thing that got banned. Maybe throws him off his game a little bit, of course. We're seeing a kinetic armor for each team, seeing a Scythe for each team, seeing an Annihilator for each team. Some mostly standard stuff, but the Tempest and the Psychosis are the two interesting ones.
I mean, the Tempest almost feels like it's just kind of a personal preference thing, but with Psychosis, again, there could be a deeper level there, or it could also just kind of be a safety valve for Pac-Man. We'll see how he uses it, whether it's a little bit more offensively or a little bit more defensively when they have to kind of stop OpTic from getting too much of a lead. And we'll have them creating their classes, working around this, but yeah, again, I mean, it looks like you said in the Ban and Protects, I mean, OpTic doesn't really have too much to worry about. It's like, oh, we actually just got rid of the things that could possibly stop us or throw us a little bit off with the concussions and the flashbangs. I mean, just in-game, no matter how good of a player you're stuck there, you're not going to be doing much. But OpTic's not going to have to worry about that. They can just play the game as they love to, moving around.
Once again, I think it's going to come down to a lot of gunfights and a lot of teamwork, which is what OpTic does best. That's what they're known for. They're known for having amazing shots, great communication, and amazing teamwork. And this is going to be a game mode where I see OpTic shutting the door on the series. I think we're going to get another 3-0 here.
All right.
Very hard to disagree with that. I think we're going to all see the same thing. And even if OpTic Gaming did drop this map and Orbit takes it, I don't think they're going to be able to take the momentum and run through and win 3 maps in a row. Because, again, the way the hard points started, they were looking terrible. They picked it up, but then what kind of momentum did they carry into the second map? Absolutely none. They fizzled out immediately. OpTic Gaming, too tough of a team, too veteran of a team to let a lead like this slip away from them.
All right, Orbit, there's a little bit too much to climb back from, but they are going into this uplink down 2 maps. If they win, they still have 2 more to go afterwards to get a chance to get that win here in Group A. If not, they're just going to have to go down to the elimination match tomorrow and spend the rest of the day figuring out how they can come back in Group A. Going into the 3rd map will be, again, Maven and Mr. X.
Chobra, you're like a ray of sunshine. Just bright, sunny, like the Los Angeles weather we have outside, 75 degrees for all these East Coast players that are coming to join us. Welcome to the beautiful weather of Southern California.
Get out of the cold.
Yeah, right? Yeah, Jack comes from, where was he, like Maryland? It's 35 degrees. He shows up here.
Sure that's a place.
He shows up here in Southern California, and now he's like vomiting, sick, has a fever. Yeah, it must be the extra sunshine there, pal.
Yeah, it must be the extra sunshine.
But all right, we're getting ready to hop into game number 3. Is OpTic Gaming going to be able to pull off the sweep? Orbit, pretty good job trying to come back in game number 1 and got it close, not able to close out. And game 2, it was a scump show.
Yeah, I mean, Scump was unreal in the search and destroy. This one, going to be looking at Karma with that Tempest. We've seen a lot of times on uplink, well, you know, uplink in general, you're going to funnel more your players towards one side. That Tempest jumps from player to player. You know, he is able to pick up 1. Maybe somebody comes around the corner, tries to challenge as well. He's able to get 2 or 3 kills with that. So keep an eye on that as this game goes on.
One thing to note early on, you see Karma here not going to be opting for an OpTic sight. He's going to be going just with the iron sight there. It looked like on the M8, going to be able to give him some extra advantages. He's going to be pushing straight for the drone here.
Yep, he's going to go all the way towards that water, try and look towards that outskirts. He's going to see one amazing shot right there at a Karma. Going to have a player above him, going to get taken out, but just trying to maintain drone side of the map, get control before you push it up. Something we saw during Advanced Warfare. Uplink in this game plays a little bit slower. You're going to try and get control of drone side and push straight through, a little bit more AR heavy.
Well, you see the aggression is going to be coming in. It's going to be a lot of pressure on Wheats here to make some plays because he's going to have 3 players coming. There's one. He saw one low. There's a drone. Can he pick up a second kill? Gets the assist. One more player down to his left in water. He's going to be rotating there underneath by drone spawn.
Wheats is just going straight for spawn kills here.
And that's what he should do. He's able to pick up 1, get 4, get aggressive, is going to end up dropping, but excellent stuff there thus far. Let's flip it back to Karma. What do you expect to see out of him, Matt?
I mean, he's got a player with the drone pushing right towards him. He's actually going to juke him a little bit, jump above, and looks like was able to get around there, throw in a 1-point score. So Orbit gonna get on the board first. Pac-Man doing a nice job of locking down that mid-map with the M8. going to be set up here. Doesn't want to push out. Maven wants to keep funneling the other team towards that drone side. Let his teammates pick up some easy kills.
All right, we'll see. He's still playing pretty aggressive. Has the middle here. Is he just... I thought... I was like, is he confused? Oh, God! How do you let that happen, Pac-Man? You can't let him walk by. You know, oh, easy breezy. I'm a sneaky little panda. And then just gets turned and crushed.
You know, Krim has that VMP, and the first burst doesn't kill from Pac-Man. He goes to try and burst fire. Krim just turns and absolutely destroys him there with the VMP. But that can definitely happen to you a few times when we played. I've definitely seen you have that same exact thing happen.
Whoa. I'm an incredibly accurate shot. My movement's not very good, so yes, that has happened from time to time. But you'll see that was going to be a patrol mid-map. He's going to be taken out. You do see now Drone going to be in the hands of Scump, but he's going to be by himself. He might just want to toss this up the map. Tosses it right back to himself. It's the same position he had before when we saw Weeds kill him. He was able to get the drone, then just tries to run with it, but he has no teammate support. Needs to just play a little bit slower with that drone in hand. All right, and we're going to see a push coming from the side here of Orbit. And that's going to be 1 point toss through there for Weeds. He's able to get it up, tried to pick up a couple kills there before. And, you know, sorry, it's a little bit confusing. I know it says away there at the top middle sometimes. Just a little bit of a Codcaster bug that is being worked on here. But is Pac-Man going to be the next man to grab it? He's going to try and push forward. They've already got a 2-0 lead. We're halfway through this first side. He's going to be taken out.
And accuracy is on a little bit of a streak here. He picks up 2 in the spawn. Now going to try and dunk it in, and the smart play decides to throw it instead of just going for that 2-point play.
He would
not have made the 2-point play, and just throws it in, gets that 1 point. No reason for Orbit to just not take those free, easy points in that situation. Smart play by accuracy.
Well, so far, really good job here from Orbit. Looking very, very strong. They've been in control for the most of this one, but you will see it is now going to be Drone moving forward in the hands of Scump. We'll see what he's able to do here. Doesn't quite have the kinetic armor, but look how close he is, Matt. That's the difference between a 1-pointer and a dunk if he just had that ready to go.
If he had the kinetic armor, he may have been able to get inside of that building and try to go for a 1-point score. Not too sure. You saw all 4 players from Orbit funnel that side of the map, able to take him out pretty easily. And now you're going to see OpTic playing on the defensive. You see accuracy pick up 2. Accuracy gets 3, and he has his sight ready as well, Maven. This could get dangerous.
Oh my God! Just sit out, Krim, get off the barrel. Your head is gone. Now it's the sight, and that is the problem with this sight. It has that slow kind of start to it. He's not going to be able to get those shots in.
The way he was shooting with the M8, why even bring it out?
Exactly.
I mean, he was just destroying people with that.
It's fun to watch a player when they are on a roll, and accuracy feeling hot right now. He is 12-7. He's going to get low. He's going to grab the drone. Look at his entire team starting to push behind him here. He's got 1 player inside the base, and that's going to be Wheats disrupting. That might be able to lead to a 2-point play, but that's a sight from the back. That's going to be formal. Is he going to be able to get the big defense? He gets 2. He shuts it down, and there's the drone off the map.
You can't be too upset with that if you're Orbit, because Scump actually uses kinetic armor as well. So you get 2 specialist abilities or weapons, you know, one from Formal with the scythe, with the weapon, and then the ability with the armor from Scump wasted right there. So even though they don't convert that into points, now you're going to see those specialist abilities go away for the players on OpTic. They're going to have to recharge.
And he's trying to get in. He's got 1 more player to deal with. Will the extra armor be enough? Let's see if he tries to slide and dive here. He needs some help. He's got 1 teammate pushing to the top. There it is, but he's not able to get it in. Krim is in. Formal's in. Can they get it through? He's got to try and win this gunfight, but he's able to get around the corner there. There's 2 players that deal with the defensive stand coming in there for the side of Orbit.
Weeds just picks up the drone and goes towards the closest teammate. Nice play right there out of Weeds. Very smart. Nope, I thought Krim for a second might have had a chance to get it, but can Weeds throw this in the final seconds? Gets it off.
Oh, and the shot there coming in. Last second at the buzzer. We're looking at a young Kobe Bryant. Not currently. He's retiring. He doesn't make any shots anymore.
Kobe Bryant currently would not have made that. That would have been nowhere close. Weeds knocks down that long-range shot at the buzzer. Orbit. No, they have been in this series from the beginning. You know, the search and destroy, obviously, the 4v1 from Scump. After that, things just started to unravel. But you know, the first hard point, and then now taking control of this uplink game in the first half. Just great play.
I need your professional opinion here on this one, Matt. Is that a balance of sides? So you think they have a stronger side here? Is this the easier side for them to push and potentially get something going?
We're going to see. I think it probably is the easier side to push, but you're going to need Karma to really step up. 6-13 right now. Double negative. Going to need him to pick up some kills.
I think Wheats had kinetic armor there, actually. At least it sounded like the shots coming in. So that's a big play from Crimsic, and it's looking easier already as they're able to get 1 through. Just got that toss off before he was taken out.
They just needed that just from a confidence standpoint. Just to start the game off here in the first 30 seconds in the second half. get off a 1-point throw. Now OpTic starting to work around that drone, see if they can get some control.
And that's Karma getting forward. He's got the M8. He picks up the headshot, and there's a second sliding and hip fire. And there's one up top, not able to grab that. He had Formal behind him, and he's going to call it in. He wants his drone carrier to be able to get forward. Does he get two? No, only going to pick up one. Skunk's going to be leading the way. So who is going to be the man actually?
Krim has the drone in his hand. Maven going to dunk it in for 2.
There it is, able to get it through there. Krim able to get the point. Skunk typically going to be your drone carrier, but you see him taking on that more of an offensive lineman role there as they get forward.
And OpTic has a perfect setup to rally. You see the guys from Orbit overextending, trying to get towards that drone as you see Karma putting it in for 2. So just like that, OpTic Gaming takes the lead.
Well, you're seeing it from a fan POV here. You're really able to watch what the stronger side is here. As you see OpTic just start to take over and dominate early in this one. It looks like Formal. I didn't even know he was capable of picking up the drone.
I've never seen Formal touch an objective.
Oh, well, he got rid of it pretty quickly there as he tries to pick up a gunfight. And that's going to be a snag and toss through there. One more one-pointer coming in. The Annihilator in the hand of Krim. There's one. Formal's got one on his left. Who's going to peek him first? The pistol shot's coming in for Formal as he's going to pick it up.
And this is such a nice time for Krim to use the Annihilator. He's able to pick up 2, just able to open up those lanes. Now. Karma putting in another 2-point play. Karma's going to bust out the Tempest as well, and he has a bunch of players flowing towards him. So he said how it jumps from player to player. He may be able to get 2 or 3 here. And what I love about the Tempest is it shoots so fast, Maven. Not like the Sparrow where you got to pull it back and charge it up.
Able to get the dunk through, and poor Orbit have not been able to move out of their base, at least towards drone side of the map, for the last 3 minutes or so.
It has been on complete and utter lockdown. I mean, they have not been able to get close. I feel like we just keep watching the same thing on loop like it's a replay. Where,
you know the baton, the baton race at the Olympics where you just pass the baton on and you keep going, you just keep doing laps.
We're seeing everybody from OpTic do the objective.
That's what we're watching here, is they just keep this formation coming.
Now, Orbit makes the right call, right? They tried to rotate all the way around, tried to get a little bit of a flank on, get back drone control, just wasn't able to win those gunfights. And then OpTic saves those specialist abilities, able to call them all in at once. Formal getting some streaks. Just a rough go here in the second half as this game has been blown open in OpTic's favor.
Yeah, and Formal's had streaks, you know, I think a couple of times here as he's 30 and 13. The M8 just absolutely shredding right now.
Just absolutely crushing.
And that's what you need. You know, when you have the streaks back in the game like this, you can have a player that plays a little more selfish, gets streaks, sits back with the AR. That's his job.
We saw Fears do it in the first series. You know, Fears with the AR just played for his streaks, did a nice job getting those. Led Apotheon to a victory. You're going to see Krim picking up the drone, should be able to put in another 2-point play. It's going to make it 15-4. But Maven, yeah, I think obviously this game is going to go in favor of OpTic Gaming.
Yeah, this is the Golden State Warriors playing against your high school basketball team.
Orbit's had a very good series. I mean, the score here isn't going to reflect it, but the hard point was so close. You know, we saw some good things out of Pac-Man and Weeds. Expect them to bounce back from this.
They've still got one player being aggressive here, but I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, they had a big battle. In that game one, when you lose that way, it's almost better to be blown out than come back and get beat like that at the end. But trying to get the 3-piece there is Formal with the scythe. He is going to fall. But 17-4 with 60 seconds left, I think at this point, it is very safe to say that this is going to be a 3-0 coming out of OpTic Gaming.
We talked a little bit about miracles with Chobra before, and I do not think we are going to see a miracle here, and it's going to be 18-4 in favor of OpTic currently, and they're still pouring on the score. You see Karma behind Orbit has control of their base. They're
Look
even
how much he's distracted. Yeah,
they're even hesitant to pick up the drone. They know he's back there. They waited a ton of time. And obviously, OpTic Gaming looking like the powerhouse that we know them to be.
And you'll see him get picked off there, but with the time winding down, it was, what, a 3-0 advantage for Orbit to start this side. It was an 18-1 spanking on the flip. I think it's pretty evident where teams are going to be getting their bread and butter, which side with regards to this map, as they just are on cruise control now. Scump picking up yet another.
I mean, once they got control of the Orbit spawn, there was nothing they can do. Right, I mean, Orbit, they tried to fight the gunfight straight up. That didn't work. Tried to rotate. They couldn't get control of the uplink, the actual drone itself. And you're going to see a big victory there for OpTic Gaming. 18-4 in the uplink. But, you know, it's going to set up an OpTic Gaming versus Apotheon match tomorrow.
Yep.
Another E6 versus Orbit match. I think both those are going to be very good.
Oh, everybody got it done objectively. And then you saw, again, the streaks form, I think 37-17. Monster game from him. But let's send it over to analysis. Chobra, take it away, pal.